Alright, the other thing you're going to find in this machine is, if you've had the Makro one, there is different tones, and it is starting again. But believe you me, it's worth it. It is worth starting again on it. The machine goes deeper than the Makro one. It is more stable. It's a lot more stable on the beach. Ground balancing, I've got my own method for ground balancing. A lot of you do the automatic, pull the trigger forward, keep pumping it up and down until you get the ground balance. What I do is, when I ground balance, I push it forwards and then I adjust it manually to what I want it at. I find on pasture that the ground balance is really good between 44 and 48. So I would bring it all the way down. So just keep your trigger pushed forward and use the left button and bring it down to what you comfortably are with. But I mean, I'm between 40 and 48, to me is absolutely spot on. It pulls out them little targets that you wouldn't normally get if the ground balance is, say, 60 or 70. So really try and work with the machine. Try and listen to it. Don't treat it as a number machine. Treat it as completely analog, that you don't look at the screen at all. Just listen to your ears, because your ears are going to tell you everything. So that is the way to do it. Now, the other thing I found with this is, when I use it on the beach mode, when you go down, the ID filter's at 10, notch filter's at 10, iron audio's at 10, tone breaks at 10. Right, ID filter I would bring right down to 5, notch filter I would bring down to 5, sorry, not to 3. Iron audio, bring that down once again, bring it down to what you're comfortable with. It depends on what beach you're on. Beaches, they're all different. Wet sand, I find is absolutely amazing on the wet sand, and I've had some really good deep targets with it on the wet. Already I've had 1 gold ring and 1 silver ring on the wet, and I've only been out twice with it on the beach. So that says it for itself. The other things you're going to know about, like the torch underneath, you know how to do the ground balancing, the pinpointing. Most of you are going to get used to this. What I don't know, if you do know, a few of you will, but on the side of the machine you'll find a little lip. Now if you pull this lip, if we can find it, somewhere here we go. You pull that lip, you've got a little box. That little box, you could actually throw it away if you wanted to, because it doesn't do anything at the moment. But what Makro have done, they brought out a wireless headset which comes with a box similar to this. You just swap it over. Absolutely great idea, and it just slides into your metal detector. So it's really, really good idea. So it just goes back in, got the wireless headset, and it's all in the processor place, so it's not clumsy, it's not out in the open, it's just all sealed in there. So the wireless, yeah, they're £99 at the moment. I'm sure they'll go down a little bit in price, but they're worth every penny. I've just ordered myself a set because I think it's a great idea. Well, some of the things to train on, you're going to learn, but when you go down, you're going to get, literally, I'll go back to two-tone rather than beach, but my gain's set on 80 there. You can store these if you want. I'm not going to go into how to store them. There is an instruction manual that shows you how to store them, and then if you want to store your own settings, that's absolutely fine. The thing is, what you're going to find out is, this is why I say listen with your ears and not with the screen. I have had some deep targets going down to 16 inches, which is 0 on the screen, absolutely 0. But you've got a nice clarity either side of the target as you're swinging over it. It gives just a target, and you're thinking to yourself, well, why is there no numbers? The reason that is because simply it is just so deep that it cannot read what it is, but it still gives you a strong positive signal. Don't dig all the positive signals, really don't. There is some that are coming like iron. You've got to listen out, swing all round, do 360, keep going round it. If you're not sure of the target, like everybody says, if you're not sure, dig it out. Lots of practice with this has taught me a lot of things, and one is to dig some of the targets you think are iffy, and you think they sound like iron. Now, the shallow iron on this comes in at 4, maybe 6, but it sounds high tone, like you've got a conductive target. It is iron. You will get used to it. I don't dig that. I look at the numbers on that and it's between 4 and 6. Occasionally it's 8 if it's really, really shallow. But I know it's iron, so I don't bother digging it. But I have had hammered coins come in at 12 on this machine. Now the least I had on the Makro one was 30, 31. This, they can come in at 12. So just bear in mind, just listen. It is the signal that counts, not the numbers. Try to ignore the numbers. It's an absolutely fantastic machine. I would recommend this. I've had the Deus. I've got the E-Track still. I've sold one of my E-Tracks. I've sold a couple of my other machines because they're just not going to get used anymore, not with this and the Makro one. These are both great machines. You can obviously get different coils with them. I've got the Pro Pack, so I've got this coil. I've got the little 5-inch, great for stubble. It's a great coil. Pro Pack comes with all your covers, comes with battery recharger, case for the actual machine itself. As I say, the 2 coils. It comes with a few bits. £600, bought 549. Yeah, it's a bloody good price, but there's no need to go and get the Pro package if you can't afford that. Just get the standard pack with the standard coil. Later on you can upgrade to the other coils. They are starting to bring out more coils now. The Mars have brought out a coil for it, which is really, really good apparently. I haven't used one myself, but I know someone on my dig that uses one and he says it's absolutely fantastic. They're also coming out with other different coils for it. But what a great machine. You cannot emphasise how good this machine is. The recovery on this machine is so fast. It's as fast as the Deus, the recovery. But I find this deeper. Yeah, you haven't got all the programs like you have with the Deus. You don't need them. Not with this. You really don't. I had a coin 2 weeks ago. This coin was actually stuck to an iron plate. Foreign coin 1912. But it was stuck to an iron plate and it still gave me a cracking signal. Had the iron with it, but it gave me the bing bing either way, which was a fantastic find because you just don't know what you're going to get with it because it is that good. A lot of people have started to go over to these now. I think I was one of the first ones on my club to use one of these Makro ones, and then I think I'm the only one there with the Makro 2 at the moment, but the Makro 1 was really good. But this is just an upgrade from it. Literally just an upgrade. It's like having a Deus Light and then a Deus Full. This to me is no different. It's absolutely fantastic. So I don't recommend machines at all really, because it's each to their own. Everybody's got their own like niches which they like to do. But I've got to recommend this because it is so good for the money. I mean, the Makro one is fantastic. So if you are stuck with a small budget, get the Makro one. They're going for about 300 quid now. But really, really don't miss out on it. I'm sure they'll bring out another few modifications on the Racer 2. Not really needed, I don't think. It's got everything it possibly needs. But other than that, what can I say about it? It is that good. I would probably take a step back now and say that my E-Track is retired really, sitting in the back cupboard. Occasionally I may use it on the beach, that's about it. This is good, it's good on pasture, this is good on arable, ploughed, rolled. I haven't found anywhere it isn't good yet. So and I've tried everywhere with it, and it's just a beast. In the right hands it's even more of a beast, but this is a pick up and go machine. You could pick this up, you could turn it on, leave it on factory set, and you would still keep up with the big boys without a problem. It's just I like to go that little step further, do my own little tweaks, get that extra depth, get the extra sounds coming in,